As the world continues to shrink with an ever-increasing acceleration, the northern areas will become important for human habitation. It's becoming warmer up there. I believe myself the whole world is becoming warmer. Now, why is the South Pole important? Why do we go down there? It is because the bottom of the world is an untouched reservoir of natural resources.
Still having troubles believing in conspiracy theories? Look no further. Richard E. Byrd, Operation High Jump. Let's get it. In 1947, Richard E. Byrd and 4,000 other soldiers were sent on this classified mission called Operation High Jump. To what the soldiers were told, Operation High Jump was supposed to be a scan of the land to make sure that no enemies occupied the area. What the soldiers were told, they were just going on an investigation in Antarctica of the several German U-boats missing and being hid at the German base 211. To make matters worse, they told the public that this was a routine geographic exploration. So no one but the government had any true idea to what was actually going on here. Once Richard Byrd arrived in Antarctica, he did come in contact with Nazis. Richard Byrd and the other U.S. soldiers had multiple skirmishes with the Nazi soldiers in Antarctica. During these battles, the CIA confirmed that the Nazis used these Hanbu flying saucers equipped with anti-gravity to simply overpower Richard Byrd and his fleet. This left Richard Byrd and his fleet no choice but to flee. After the encounter with the Nazis, Richard Byrd knew that there was something much bigger going on in Antarctica. Richard Byrd then went on to conduct a series of secret missions across the land of Antarctica. Here, Richard Byrd would come across ancient underground forests, prehistoric animals, and of course, the hollow earth. All of this would be mentioned in Richard Byrd's journal, soon found after his death. His journal was discovered, it went missing, and never to be found again. And if you think that's crazy, wait, there's more. In 1988, Richard Byrd's son was scheduled to give a speech about his dad in Washington, D.C. Here he would talk about the life of his dad, all of his accolades, all of his accomplishments, everything. However, even with all the accolades that Richard Byrd had accomplished in his lifetime, they knew that there was a possibility that his son would talk about Operation High Jump. His son had discovered the files and the journal entries that Richard Byrd had left before his passing. And they knew this. Richard Byrd's son never made it to give the speech in D.C. He was found 3 weeks later dead inside of a warehouse. They said that he apparently died from dehydration. Alright, so a lot of y'all been dropping requests about me doing videos about Antarctica. Well, here we go. I'm gonna drop a multiple part series on Antarctica, but I'm gonna start off with the Antarctica Treaty of 1959. Alright, so as of today, we have 54 countries in total who have signed the treaty. And if y'all pay attention to some of these countries in this photo, and then put together like the problems that they have with each other, it's mind-boggling to think that some of these countries were signing a treaty for peace. So yes, it does leave us to wonder what makes Antarctica so special. For those of y'all who don't know what the treaty's for, let me break it down for y'all. This treaty was created to ensure that Antarctica will only be used for peaceful purposes, for scientific purposes, and it shall never become the scene of any military fire, any military activity in general. If you know, they already messed that up. A section of the Antarctica environment in general, mainly for the use of scientific discovery for all 54 countries. But again, like stated earlier, it's no way that these 54 countries who can't decide on anything else decided on a treaty for peace in Antarctica. It has to be much more than that. It simply has to be much more to it. It has to be something there that the government officials of these countries are trying to hide. Because if you're not a scientist, and I mean like high-level scientists at that, you have no access to it. They may even be using the word scientist as a cover-up at this point. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm coming back with part 2, part 3, part 4. Because it's a lot more that I could break down with y'all as far as Antarctica. Yo, I'm back with part 2. I told y'all I'm going to get y'all right with all the Antarctica theories. And here go another one. I'm going to get straight to it. So in Antarctica, there has been discoveries of hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of fresh under ice lakes. These fresh ice lakes have been preserved for millions of years. I know with them being preserved for millions of years, there gotta be species in these lakes that we haven't seen or heard of. Lake Vostok over in Antarctica, a group of Russian scientists made a discovery. Before I tell y'all this is just one of 400 subglacial lakes in Antarctica. A group of Russian scientists found in a highly intelligent squid. They named them Organism 46b. Fortunately, they found out the hard way what this intelligent squid could do. could shapeshift and mimic the shape of other divers. He could also paralyze his prey from a minimum of 150 feet away. It's said that this group of Russian scientists and Russia in general weaponized this squid, which is very, very scary. When they made this discovery, they also discovered warm caves at the bottom of these lakes as well, which could reach a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And if y'all thinking what I'm thinking, 77 degrees Fahrenheit can preserve a lot of life. If that's not scary, I don't know what is. And like I said, that's just one lake out of the 400 that they discovered in Antarctica. So it do lead me to wonder, what other species are there out there? That's only one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And y'all know I'm coming back with the part 3. Yo, I'm back, part 3. I had to take a little break, had to enjoy the family, Christmas, the energy was there, so I was digging it. But anyways, let's get into it. Part 3 to the Antarctica conspiracy theories. There is a Nazi base located in Antarctica. While I don't know if it's fully functional to this day, I know that during the periods of World War I to World War II, and even afterwards, this base was fully functional and active. It may have even been the hiding place for Adolf Hitler after World War II. Yeah, you heard me right, he had secret bunkers here in Antarctica. Does ties up to what Richard Byrd seen during Operation Hajjunk. I told y'all that it was Nazis occupying Antarctica before World War II finished. It was located in New Swabia and it was claimed by the Nazis. And it looked like Russia going crazy with the discoveries. And hits to part 2 of this series about organism 46B. They also was able to find the Nazi military base in Antarctica in 2017. So, in Operation Hajjunk with Richard E. Byrd, it may not have been a regular expedition. The Germany base may have been the actual target and they may have found much more than they were ready to bargain for, including the hollow earth on top of actually finding the military base of the Nazis. Even after World War II, 2 submarines, U-977 and U-530, they were in Argentina, were stopped. And the Argentina officials claimed that they were fleeing to Antarctica. So if you want clarification on this, go on my page and go watch Operation Hajjunk. Then you add this into the equation as well, and things start making a whole lot of sense. And it get crazy after it start making a whole lot of sense. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Yo, I'm back with a part 4 of the Antarctica Conspiracy Theory series. Bet y'all can't say that 5 times in a row. But anyways, I'm gonna get straight to it. 2015, the Russian Navy discovered the Ark of Gabriel underneath the sacred mosque, Masjid-e-Haram. If you aren't too familiar about what the Ark of Gabriel is, I got you. Ark of Gabriel is an ancient apocalyptic weapon, a heavenly weapon. And yes, I said apocalyptic, which means it's very, very powerful. So strong, in fact, that 15 workers was killed from a powerful blast. And with that same blast, knocked over a construction crane above ground, killing an additional 107 people. That was September 12th, 2015. September 24th, 2015, in a second attempt to unearth the Ark of Gabriel. Again, plasma emission came from the Ark of Gabriel, this time killing an estimated 4,000 people. So yes, we see how strong this ancient weapon is. So the Saudi officials used the 2015 Mina stampede to cover it up, which is just sad. But even more crazy, the first time in 1,000 years, Roman Catholic Pope and Russian Orthodox Patriarch Kirill, again for the first time in 1,000 years, met with a secret manuscript for the Ark of Gabriel. Both the Catholic Pope and Orthodox Patriarch both traveled to Antarctica to perform an ancient ritual. And on February 12, 2016, during the time of this ancient ritual, was a massive evacuation in Antarctica. And as people of Antarctica moved out and evacuated, the U.S. Special Ops and the military moved in. Let me know what y'all think about the Ark of Gabriel. Definitely let me know what y'all think about this ancient ritual regarding the Ark of Gabriel. 1,000 years since they last met up. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.